evening, football fans, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in and listening to us. You're live with Third Down with Morgan Holder. I am the phenomenal one, Morgan.
And I'm the one that's called Holder that always goes against anything that Morgan says. Because a lot of times he just doesn't make any sense.
Holder, I think it's your old age, buddy. I mean, I understand you're a senior citizen now. I think we'll get some hearing aids for Christmas for you.
Call it what you want to, buddy. But I know what's real and what's not.
You know what is real? Before we give our shout outs, I do want to give you a shout out, Holder, because you finally beat me. What? Once at 60 tries this year?
I can beat you whenever I want to, Morgan. What fun is it if I win all the time?
Holder, you haven't won but maybe 3 times this year. It's okay.
What fun is it if I win all the time?
It's okay to say that you're getting old and senile.
Let's just say from this point on, you're a loser. Let's just say that.
But I'm not. I beat you all year already, buddy. All year.
Let's say it. Let's say from this point on. Were you listening when I said this point on?
Yeah, let's not.
I don't even know who you are anymore. I don't know who you are.
Well,
let's get the show. Send your shout outs and all that fun stuff so I can start ripping into whatever it is you got to talk about.
Oh, it's going to be a good show. I think last show was phenomenal, but this one's going to be amazing. Topics tonight. Oh, my God. But yeah, let's jump on into it. I'd like to give my shout outs to First Take with the best analyst and Stephen A. Smith. And then also Out of Pocket with RG3. And then with one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game in Manning Cast with Peyton Manning and his little brother Eli Manning.
Okay, well, now that that's over with, I want to give my quick shout outs to the Rich Eisen show.
That guy.
Rich does it right.
I like Rich.
Pat McAfee show, Pat McAfee's on point.
He's good.
And the pivot. All three of these shows, they have guests that are players, coaches, and or, I don't know, whoever else. Even they have the actors and actresses on that show to give their opinions because, they are people too and they are fans. So those three shows are the best shows on TV.
I do give you Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee is going to be. He's not the top greatest shit with Stephen A. But he's elite. I like him.
You're not giving me Rich Eisen. Have you even watched the Rich Eisen show?
Rich Eisen is pretty good, but he's not great. He's not legendary.
You know why? Because he's not criticizing and beating players down verbally with all of his crap. Stephen A. is a knowledgeable man, but he is so disrespectful, man. I just can't.
Just like me.
Deal with that.
Just like me.
Yeah, he's disrespectful to fans.
If Stuart Scott was still alive, I guarantee you would have had a good show. I would have picked him too.
Yeah, Stuart Scott was a good guy. I like Stuart.
He was
the one with the booyah. The booyah.
I even like Dan Patrick. I mean, that's before half of these.
All the old ESPN guys.
Oh yeah, that's before anybody knows ESPN. ESPN as Dan Patrick is one of the greats.
Yeah, I mean, come on, those guys were the blueprint. They started it.
I used to watch those guys before school, and then oh man, it was amazing. I'm trying to be like them, but also trying to put a little Stephen A. into it. Anyway,
most of them have their own shows now. Most of those
that's true. Well,
ESPN guys.
Well, besides Stuart Scott, because he's dead. R.I.P. buddy.
Excuse you?
Yeah, you heard me. Stuart Scott. He don't have his own shows. He's dead. I love him.
I said most of those guys.
My bad.
Everybody knows Stuart Scott. God rest his soul.
You know what's crazy?
He's not with us anymore.
You know what's crazy is that Dan Patrick has his own school. and I didn't know that until recently.
Of course you did. Of course you did.
Well, you
You
know,
work too much, Morgan. You work too much.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hold on, we're gonna jump into the show since I've worked too much.
Hold up. Let me do my final shout out. I want to send a shout out to my family, in which I talked to earlier today, that want to be listeners and subscribers to the show. So I just wanted to send a shout out to them. You know, my niece, Kristen, and her new husband, my new nephew, God bless him, and my sister and my brother-in-law, which unfortunately is a Browns fan.
Oh, I hope he's not listening.
You win some, you lose some, Morgan.
I hope he does. Oh man, I don't know if that's worse than the Cowboys fans I got in my family or what, but that kind of hurts. That stings.
I already warned him about you, so he's aware.
I mean, I know your wife hates me because she's a Bears fan. I don't want more of your family to hate me because of the teams they like, and I don't.
You know, I don't think those are the only people that hate you. So,
well,
Cowboys fans, Patriots fans, Browns fans.
I don't care about nobody else besides your family and my family. That's
can't
it.
Stand your guts.
Well, I don't care about those. I care about your family and my family. That's it.
Oh my goodness.
I don't
They're people too, Morgan. They're people.
Oh well, they can have a cookie.
Football fans, man, you can't be like that. You can't be biased. You have to be treating everybody as equals.
If you like sex offenders and people who sex traffic people, I can't deal with you. I can't. Sorry. Not sorry, but sorry.
Okay.
Just saying that's
now
like
you got that out of the way.
It's like saying I like P Diddy, but he does a lot of he's not a good guy. Put it that way, he's the devil. I don't like him though, but I'm just saying.
You look at these people and these fans as devils.
I didn't say the fans, but these people, hell yeah. You can't go around sex trafficking people. Can't go around sexually assaulting people and thinking it's okay because you got all the money.
Morgan,
just can't do it. What?
This is a football show. Let's get to football, and then you can still pile on when we get to these.
You brought it up, buddy.
Teams that you seem to have it out for every week.
Well, this one team I'm about to have it out for, and I do apologize because I do kind of like this player. Christian McCaffrey, injured again. Last year he was good, but here's the thing. With I'm gonna, and Holder, you can maybe understand where I'm coming from. Anybody that gets on the cover of Madden video games, they get injured. CMC is one of those guys.
That's an old wives' tale, man. You believe in that?
I do. He got in cover, got injured. He's been injured for the whole year almost. He's played maybe 3 or 4 games.
Ray Lewis was on the cover,
and
he got injured for the whole year.
He got acquitted for murder.
No, he didn't murder anybody. He had witnesses, and it was self-defense.
I love Ray,
and that was before the cover of Madden.
I'm just saying, I love Ray, but I believe he did it. Michael Vick, he was on the cover. Look at him.
Morgan, stop.
I'm just saying, Antonio Brown. The list can go on.
Antonio Brown was never out for a whole season,
but he was injured.
Yeah, everybody gets injured.
Patrick Mahomes wasn't injured. He was on. Okay, I see where you're going because Patrick Mahomes wasn't on the cover. He wasn't injured. But still, I believe in that. I believe in that saying, once you got a Madden cover, you get hurt.
I'm not a true believer in that. I think, if you're
half of them has been hurt.
CMC basically is the face of that franchise.
Let me ask you a question.
Right? Even though Purdy is good.
Purdy's been hurt. Purdy got hurt. Debo's been hurt. Debo's been sick. Let me ask you a question.
But he wasn't on the cover, though.
That's true. That is true. But let me ask you a question.
CMC is used a lot, so he's bound to get injured.
Let me ask you a question. But I like CMC. I do. But he was injured a lot in Carolina. Do you think the 49ers gave way too much up to get him?
No. Look what he's done for that team. Come on, man.
Do you think
before he got hurt, and some players, a lot of players, rush to get back on the field before they fully heal. So
do you
that
believe
could have something to do with it too.
do you believe that that they won't make the playoffs without him?
By the way, my new nephew is a 49ers fan.
I'm not saying nothing bad about the 49ers.
I don't think they'll make the playoffs.
Look, I'm not a big 49ers
It's a
fan.
weak division. It's a weak division.
It is, but I mean they was coming along pretty well until this injury happened. Right or wrong. Them and the Rams was winning games.
You're Mr. Stats guy. Do you truly believe that one player can make a difference?
He's a playmaker, so yes, I believe he'll be a big difference.
The whole team, their record. Now I know.
Look, let me tell you something. You can't throw the ball the whole time, right? You need a good running game, right? Who's going to be that running back? CMC obviously was, right? Because the running game isn't as par as it was with him, right? Without him, the running game ain't as good. So you can't run the ball and throw it. You're throwing the ball more than you can run.
Not as good. It's good. It's not great.
But it was great.
CMC is more than just a running back.
He can block. He can catch. So again, he's the main focus on this team. Without him, I don't think they're going to be any good. And I hate to say that.
Yeah, I think he affects everything, but they have other injuries in other places, especially on the defense.
Defense is up and down.
Is a team that was unfortunate to have.
You know what this team reminds me of?
Number of injuries that they had this year.
This team reminds me of, and you can laugh at me if you want, but this team reminds me of the Charger team that I had high hopes for of making the Super Bowl one year until all the injuries happened. This team reminds me of that team because high hopes for this team, and all of a sudden injuries are creeping up on them.
Well, yeah, they haven't. Their special teams hasn't been great, and it's not due to injuries. But I mean, this is football. This is what happens.
Let me ask you a question. You did say a weak division. Do you think they can win out to make the playoffs?
I don't have their schedule in front of me, but if they have some divisional games, if they have a couple of divisional games, they could possibly win out. But if they have teams over 500, I don't know.
I'm about to pull them up. I do know that they was almost right there with the Rams. And I like the way 49ers was playing because I like Brock Purdy, I like Debo, I like BA until he got hurt. I mean,
well, let me ask you this, Morgan, because before CMC came, they were using Debo just like Atlanta was using Cordero Patterson. So kind of like a Swiss Army type thing. Remember Debo was in the backfield.
Yeah, he was in backfield.
And they were going to the Super Bowl.
And I don't know.
Granted, Debo has been hurt.
He's been hurt. He's been sick. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to look. I don't know, because right now they got the Bears. I'm going to go with our picks, but they got the Bears this week. They got the Rams the following week. They got the Dolphins, the Lions, and the Cardinals. I believe that.
That's tough.
Yeah, I believe that's going to. They need to win out. They need to win out. They have to win out.
They need to win out, but do they have to depend on other teams to get in?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, because they're dead last now. They're 5-7 in that division. They need Arizona and the Rams to lose. And I'm going to say maybe Tampa Bay, maybe Atlanta. I mean, look, I'm not saying
looking good. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Yeah, I'm not trying to put them down because I'm not hating on the 49ers. Like I said, I like some players over there. I like Nick Bosa, Debo, CMC. I just think that it's too late to make a run. I think it's really too late.
Yeah. Injuries, you have to have them early in the season. But then again, those early season games make a difference coming down the line as well. The key to those types of injuries is to get them back near the end of the season so you can have a good run. But I don't foresee them being with that schedule. It's going to be hard.
Oh yeah, and he didn't tear anything. I think it's more like a pulled like PCL. I don't think he tore anything, so that's a good thing. But I believe if they let him just sit out the rest of the year, come next year, I think he's gonna be stronger and better than what he was last year. So, I mean that's what I'm gonna say about that.
I guess we just have to wait and see. Do you think they'll sit him out? I mean, considering
if
what the season looks like, or do they play other people?
Well, I know the other running back is hurt. They got the third string running back coming in tomorrow. I guess we'll see how he's going to be.
I mean, do you think they're going to make a push, or are they just going to play players off the bench?
If I was Kyle Shannon, and again I'm not him, but if I was him, I would just say hell with it, play it out for the year. Let the bench players come in. That way you can see what you got for next year as well. If injuries happen next year, you know what you got to do. You got to work with these players to make their like, hey, you got to push through because CMC is hurt or because of Debo is hurt. Oh, hey, Brock is hurt. You got to step up and be the quarterback now. You got to be that leader. And I think that's what he should do. He should lean onto those bench players and let them play. I mean, you're not going to make the playoffs. Put them in. See what they can do. They have to go.
So you would tank the season?
I wouldn't say tank it. More so because, I mean, you're not going to win. You're not going to beat the Lions, I don't think. That's my opinion.
That's a good opinion.
I mean, you got divisional games. Divisional games are hard to win with, we got Arizona, you got, Seattle. So, again, and they help with no injuries because you got to think BA tore his ACL. So, he's going to be out for weeks next year as well, because he's not going to come right in immediately, right? So, yeah, take those players, put them on the bench a little bit, maybe play them here and there, but don't cause any more serious injuries to your team.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, you never know. Brock Purdy can go out there and tore a rotator cuff. Debo can go out there and tore his ACL. You got to look at the things. You only got, 5 weeks left? 4 weeks left because they're going to work for week 14. You only got 4 weeks left until the football season's to the end. If you're not making the playoffs, you're not going to make the playoffs. Just I hold back your best players, especially if you're down. If you're down 21-0, you might be able to come back, but there's no chance of even trying because you don't want to cause any more injuries than what you have. That's my opinion.
Well, this is an opinionated show, so okay. What else you got for me?
Man, several coaches are on the hot seat. Who do you think is going to get fired next, or who do you think should be fired next? I have one coach in mind, but I want to see if we're on the right path. Who do you think is going to be next?
Oh, fired or let go after the season?
I'm going to say we got 4 weeks. I'm going to say sooner than later. Let's put it that way.
I don't see anybody getting fired. I mean, it's too close to the end of the season.
So who do you think is on a hot seat and
ride it out? I mean,
who do you think is going to lose their job next?
Mike McCarthy is one of them.
So I wasn't going to say that. I was thinking
the Raiders head coach.
There we go. So I was thinking I think he's going to be gone end of the season. I think the last game they got, he's going to be gone, fired. The Jets coach, Doorbell, I think is his name. He's going to be let go, and it's not going to be immediately. It's going to be.
Well, he was just an interim, though. He wasn't. He's just filling in for what's his face, Robert Saleh.
No, you're thinking about the Jets. But I said Giants.
I didn't really expect him to.
Hey, Holder.
No, Robert Saleh.
I was talking about the Giants, not the Jets, buddy. The Giants. Doorbell is Giants.
No, you're thinking about Daboll.
Daboll. There we go. Yeah. I think he's gonna be. He's gonna be gone.
Don't try to correct me on that, man. Stay in your lane.
He coaches the Giants, not the Jets.
No, Saleh coached the Jets.
No, I know, but I'm talking about the Giants
Daboll coached the Giants.
I'm talking about the Giants, not the Jets.
Yeah, I know, but I was talking about Robert Saleh got fired.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, come on, man.
I believe
you mentioned the Jets, And I said the guy was an interim coach because Saleh got fired.
Well, I think all three of those teams though is going to lose coaches. But, well, I don't know. The Jets might be a little different. Might be a little tricky. And the reason why I say that is because Aaron Rodgers likes the guy over there right now for the Jets. As of right now.
Doesn't matter with Rodgers. They're tanking. They're getting rid of Rodgers. Do you think you're going to bring Rodgers back? No, I don't think so.
Look, I don't know what they got going over there, but I believe that the Raiders coach is going to be gone, and the Giants. And I hate to.
Yeah, it's going to be some. It's going to be some jobs out there.
I hate to say it, but maybe, and just maybe, Kyle Shanahan he could be on a hot seat. I mean, I know this is his worst season, but he could be on a hot seat. I would hope not.
Yeah.
I would hope not, but I don't know what their talks about of him being the coach of what his record should be, you know?
Well, I saw something that might be interesting to you. Well, we'll finish this segment, and then I'll come back to it.
What?
But, I mean, the coaches that are, if you're going to have losing franchises, yes, there are going to be some hot seats, and there are going to be changes. A lot of questions are they? Because if you bring in a new coach, he's going to bring in a new coaching staff, right?
Right. So chemistry, you got to learn the playbook, you got to learn the play style, Yeah, I get it.
You bring in an OC, you bring in a DC, you bring in all these different. Now, is that a rebuild? No. Yes.
I would say yes.
Because certain coaches like certain athletes.
Oh, yeah. And I would say if you're going to rebuild, you got to rebuild all the way. Just like if I was the Cowboys, I'll make some changes over there. And trade Michael Parsons. I would trade CeeDee Lamb. You got to make changes. Not that I would want to, but it's time to rebuild.
Are you releasing those guys to send a message, or
yeah, to let people know,
like trying to clear cap space?
No, I will send a message like, hey, it's time to rebuild, and if you can't play like you should play, the money you're getting, you got to go. And maybe it's not those players, maybe it's the coaching and their staff. I don't know, but I would definitely send a message, and it should start with those players.
Well, when you start doing that, okay, you won't lose anything with Parsons. But if you let Lamb go, that's a dead cap hit. You got to keep that.
You got to keep it.
Are you willing to do that?
So they could do the same thing that the Giants did with Daniel Jones. Agree to lease him and pay, maybe partial of that payment and let the other team pick it up. That would be me. That's something you do. Or you can keep CeeDee Lamb but trade Michael Parsons. And if you trade Michael Parsons, you can get a lot of good picks for him. Maybe another good defensive player.
Right.
You can go out. You have Sauce Gardner. He's going to leave the Jets.
You think he's going to leave?
Oh,
or are they going to let him go? Because he hasn't been playing Sauce Gardner-like.
I want to say they're going to let him go, but part of me is like, they might be too smart not to do that. They might be smart enough to trade him. But again, who knows? I like Sauce Gardner. I'm not saying he's going to the Vikings, but he might end up over there with the Detroit Lions.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. He wants to go to a contender. And I don't think he's going to stay. If they let him go, or if they trade him,
do you think with all the talent the Lions have, they can afford? Oh,
absolutely, hands down, hands down.
If they reconstruct some contracts, they probably.
Oh, and I believe some of those players would definitely. They have a defense player like him to come over there and help. Oh yeah, they would like in a heartbeat. They would take. Yes. This next topic is kind of. It's a mind blogger, and the reason why I say that is because of what happened. And Holder, you played quarterback, so you know. But Trevor Lawrence, do you think that was a target him getting targeted, or you think that was actually just a dirty hit?
I think of dirty. This dude, I think this guy's track record.
I think it was a
He was
target.
like Vontaze Burfict. I mean,
I think it was a target.
Vontaze was like that with Cincinnati. Then he went to the Raiders, and the Raiders were like, we're not going to do that here, and they let him go. So this guy,
I think it was a target.
You've seen some of his offenses.
You showed me, yeah.
Dirty, man. He's a good player, but he's dirty.
I think it was a. I think it was a target hit. And yes, target hit and dirty hit's the same, but also a little different because dirty hit's just being dirty, right? Targeting means you're targeting somebody, right? I think he was targeting Trevor Lawrence. I don't think so.
You know, think about the repercussions, Morgan, that come with that, right? So this is like the quarterback of your defense. Are you risking? Now, are you saying the team told him to target Lawrence?
No, I think
he did. That's something he was doing on his own.
I think he did it on his own.
Well, it hurts the team.
It does.
Not a smart move.
And I enjoy watching Houston Texans play this year and last year. I do, but I think he should be let go. I think he hurt.
Yeah, it's not a smart move.
But I think he did it on his own. Yes, he apologized, but I don't think the apology means anything, to be honest, because you knew what you was doing. You've done this before. This ain't the first time you've done anything like this.
Yeah. Well, they're trying. I don't know. I think they're talking about changing the rules for quarterbacks.
I mean, once the quarterback slides, you're down.
You saw his forearm.
Yeah, it was once any part of the quarterback hits the ground, it's dead. He's down. Why would you come across and tackle him like that, especially that hard?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
This isn't like Lawrence Taylor error. This is a new error that you got to protect the quarterback, and that's what they're trying to do. And I get it, I understand it, but what he did was way wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, it was uncalled for. Definitely uncalled for. But there are some people. Dominique Foxworthy was defending the hit. He was saying that it was dirty, but at the same time, he was saying because of the speed of the game, he can't change trajectory in air. And I get that, but if he's throwing forearms,
well, not just that. If you was paying attention,
that's intentional.
If you was paying attention. You know that he's down. He's sliding. Once a quarterback goes down in sliding motion, don't go after him. You can let up.
Well, you know, that same thing can be said for guys getting hit late out of bounds. You know, you have to know when to let up. Right? You just have to know that. As a defender, you have to know that.
And I get it. I get it. It's a game. We all played football. Most of us played football. It's adrenaline rush, right? Adrenaline rush.
It's a violent sport.
But you have to understand and you have to know, hey, we got to get this done. We got to get this down. But again, if you see the quarterback going in down motion, jump over him or try to get away from him. Don't go after him. He's sliding. If you pay attention to the running back coming out of the backfield, you should pay attention to the quarterback if he's got the ball running.
Well, you know, Morgan, to be honest and fair, when I played quarterback, the game was different. You know, you are a runner. You know, there shouldn't be a slide, right? There shouldn't be. If you are a runner, you can be hit. I mean, they can lay the wood on you. That's how it should be. I mean, if you choose to play the game of football, right, and you're a runner, it's different if you're back in the backfield, you're going to throw the ball, and there's a personal foul for a late hit. That's fine and dandy. But if you cross that line of scrimmage, you're a threat to picking up.
But here's the thing:
he was right to get to the sticks.
But he was sliding.
He was down, or even a touchdown.
He was sliding, and once the quarterback goes in the floating motion,
get rid of the slide. And if they cross the line of scrimmage as a runner,
and here's the thing:
they either have to absorb the hit or run out of bounds.
I think this would mean you disagree on because I like the sliding rule.
That's football.
I like the sliding rule. The reason I like the sliding rule, it helps out quarterbacks from getting concussions like Tua. right? If you slide,
That's just,
it's
yeah.
showing the defense, hey, I'm
But
I'm down.
you can say that, Morgan, but think about this too. You have to be smart also with your health. When you talk about Tua, that's a decision. That is a life decision. That's not a money decision. This is a healthy life decision.
Look, again, we can agree to disagree, but I still like that sliding rule. I want the sliding rule to stay in effect. I don't want it to change.
You're going to change it because quarterbacks are getting hurt doing it too.
Well, we seen last week what happened with Trevor Lawrence. He was in sliding motion, and what happened? Oh,
that's what I'm saying. That's why they're going to change it.
I mean, that to me, I believe he was being targeted. That's me. That's me, and that's not saying it's for sure thing, but I feel like he was targeted.
Well, this is an opinionated show. That's your opinion. I think the dude is just dirty, period. And yes, he was probably targeting him too, but at the same time, even targeting is dirty.
It is. But being suspended for 3 games, I think it should have been a little bit more than 3 games, and I think he should have been fined.
Well, other players have done the same things he's done, and he's going to be fined. There's going to be a fine with that suspension.
Look,
and he's not getting paid either.
I like the way Houston played this year and last year. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like this guy, the linebacker, I think he should have been suspended. I'm going to say the rest of the year.
Well, 3 games is basically almost the rest of the year,
I would say,
unless he'll come back the last
week. Well, they got to buy this week.
In the playoffs.
They got to buy this week. I can't remember if they had to buy this week or last week. I'm gonna look real quick because if they got to buy, I mean, I know that doesn't count, but still. Yeah,
they do have a buy.
They got to buy this week. They got to buy this week.
Still 4 weeks, basically.
Yeah, but still, I mean, and if I was DeMarco Ryan, I wouldn't let him play. I wouldn't let him suit up at all when he comes back. That's me. Again, that's me showing the players like, hey, if you're gonna play like this,
DeMeco, right?
Yeah, DeMeco Ryan.
He's DeMarco.
I did say DeMarco, didn't I? DeMeco.
When you butcher names, I'm gonna get you every time, buddy.
but Ryan should use him as an example. If you're gonna go out there and play dirty,
well, DeMeco defended him. Did you see that press conference?
I try not to watch anything other than my press conferences, so no, I did not.
Yeah, DeMeco defended him 100%.
And he's
that's what coaches do.
But he's in the wrong for doing that. He's in the wrong for doing that. You shouldn't defend him. You know what he was doing. This next topic it's different, but it's not different because of who this team is, right? This team has been on a roll, a hot streak. I don't know how good they could be.
Please don't tell me you're going to talk about Lamar Johnson.
I said hot streak. They've lost, and it's Lamar Jackson. It's the Bills. The Bills clinched the playoff spot. Can they be a threat to any team in AFC in the playoffs?
No.
You don't think so?
No. They're terrible in the playoffs. What are you talking about?
They've been on a hot streak.
Mahomes.
They've been on a hot streak. Do you think they got something to prove at least?
Dude, you know how I feel about the Bills. The boy I love losing Super Bowls. They can't even win a playoff, an AFC championship game. No, like Baltimore, you get on this bandwagon with the Bills and Lamar, and no, they have to prove something to me.
Time out.
Right now, what are they? 1 game loss?
Time out. I'm not jumping on no bandwagon. I don't like the team. I just think they're on a hot streak and they got something to prove.
No, I don't think they can prove it. Yeah, they have something to prove. I don't think they can prove it.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. If they beat KC, if they make it to the AFC Championship and they beat KC in that championship, do you think this team can be beaten in the Super Bowl? Or do you think they're going to win the Super Bowl?
Do you really think they'll get that far?
Look, anything is possible. Okay? Anything is Look at the Vikings record this year. No one thought the Vikings was going to be this hot going into the season. Not even me. I'm a Vikings fan. Anything is possible.
I don't. Like I said, I have to see it to believe it. If they go to the Super Bowl, no, they won't beat the Lions.
I don't think the Lions make the Super Bowl. That. Hey,
Oh, you didn't go there.
I did. I'm sorry. I'm a Vikings fan, so I can't say the Lions gonna make the Super Bowl. And
Are you saying that because Aiden Hutchinson now, or are you just saying that because you don't think they are ready yet?
A, I'm saying because I'm a Vikings fan, and two, I'm saying it because that's a fact, not a prediction.
Wow. Okay. Well, it is an opinionated show.
I'm just saying. I'm a Vikings fan. I'm sorry. I believe the Vikings are going to go and win the NFC Championship this year. That's my opinion because I'm a Vikings fan. But hey, what do I know?
I know that you're biased, and I know you don't look at, and just like me, I don't look at stats. That's your deal.
But no. If the Lions, to be honest, I am scared that the Lions in the playoffs, because here's the thing, the Lions are phenomenal team. So for any team to play against them in the playoffs, it's gonna be hard to beat them because they're gonna play at home because of their record, okay, and they're good at home. And two, Aiden Hutchinson's coming back in the play, like either the playoffs or Super Bowl. So if they make it to Super Bowl, he's coming back and he's gonna put on performance on.
Dude, if he can throw 5 interceptions and still win a football game, pretty good.
It's like I said, they're playing phenomenal, but the Packers almost did beat them. They barely beat the Vikings, and I know divisional games, yada yada yada, but hear me out.
But you can say the same thing about the Chiefs, right?
Oh, look, that's what I'm saying. If the Chiefs go against the Bills, hands down. And here's my thing: the last time the Bills played the Chiefs this past year, I picked the Bills to win. You and Coach Vari did not. Y'all picked the Chiefs to win, and what happened? The Bills went in there and won by 10. So
what's that got to do with anything?
I'm predicting. I am predicting if they go against the Chiefs in a AFC Championship, the Bills are going to march right in and win. That's my prediction. No, that's not a prediction. That's a fact. That is a fact.
I don't think so. I think the rest of the team will do good, but I don't think Allen will do good.
Chiefs have a lot of injuries going on over there. The Bills are coming on strong, and even with Amari Cooper being hurt, they still can win games without Amari Cooper. So again, they're going to march in and win.
Okay.
I don't think
see.
I don't think anybody can stop that running game the Bills got of James Cook. I'm just saying.
You're just saying that because he was the brother of what's the face that used to play with the Giants or used to play with the Vikings. Cook is good. I'm not taking anything away.
Cook is phenomenal, but I'm not just saying that because he's Dalvin Cook's brother.
Real reason they're winning games.
The running game can't be stopped. Come on now.
He's not the real reason. You hear about James Cook, but do you hear more Allen than Cook? You hear more Josh Allen.
Allen can run. Allen can run, but I'm saying James Cook he's the best over there. Best back.
I would say the best running back because you were about to step into a whole lot of caca, buddy.
He's the top. He's a top, maybe top 3 running back in the AFC. And the reason why I say that is because Isaiah Pacheco has been hurt. But otherwise, maybe number 4 or 5. Because of that. If Isaiah Pacheco was playing, I would say James Cook's maybe top 4 or 5. But since Pacheco was hurt, I'm going to say top 3.
I'd put him in the top 5 for sure. I don't know about 3. But he is productive, and he has been consistent.
And there
I'll give him that. I'm not taking anything away from him, but he is not.
Besides Derrick Henry. Besides Derrick Henry and Isaiah Pacheco, who's the best running back in AFC? Who's the best running back
in the AFC?
Yeah, who's the best running backs in AFC?
I don't know. I have to go around and look down the line because I mean, like I said, I'm not taking anything away from Cook, but I haven't followed all the teams in the AFC either. You're the stats guy. You look up stats.
I'm just saying. You. I mean, I'm not. Look, I looked them up. Okay, there's only a few AFC guys on this list. Everybody is like for the NFC, but you have Joe Mixon who's on there. You have Tony Pollard.
There you go with Joe Mixon again.
He's number 8. He's number 8. He's number 8 on his list.
Oh my god.
You have Derrick Henry, who's number 2. Tony Pollard, Najee Harris.
Tony who?
Tony Pollard's number 10. Then you got Dobbins you got Dobbins, and then you got Cook. Oh, and you got Taylor. Oh, okay. So I would say he's maybe top 5 then. Top 5, even without Isaiah Pacheco, is top 5.
I said top 5. I'd put him in top 5, 4, 5, somewhere around there.
I didn't know how good Pollard and Mixon was playing this year. That's why I said top 3. But I guess they're playing pretty good this year.
Yeah.
But the best running back though is Barkley. That's the best running back in the NFL right now is Barkley. He's gonna win.
Absolutely.
And he's gonna win
MVP, rushing title.
Oh yeah. If he don't win MVP, I'm gonna say it's rigged and it's a fluke that someone else won it. Just saying.
Well, that's usually the quarterback. So
it's probably gonna be Lamar Jackson.
No.
What?
His Jared Goff, dude. Come on.
Okay, yeah.
It could be quarterback.
It could be Jared Goff, but we all know. We all know who they are. We all know who.
When did they make that announcement? AFC Championship game or
AFC Championship game
before the Super Bowl or after the Super Bowl?
Before. But we all know who's going to win. The NFL is going to let him win. It's going to be Patrick Mahomes. We all know who's going to win. Don't act like you don't know.
Look, it's not going to be Mahomes.
I'm hoping not.
They're not playing like that. His stats aren't where they should be.
He's not in the top.
It'll either be.
He's not in the top 10. He's not in the top 10.
That's my opinion.
Oh no, and that's good. Jared Goff is doing good. I'm looking at interceptions. I'm looking at quarterback ratings. That's why I said Lamar Jackson.
No, if you're not a winning team, you're not going to get that. I'm sorry.
Anything is possible.
I'm sorry. If you're not a winning team,
so let me ask you.
It doesn't make sense.
Let me ask you a question.
For somebody to get that.
Let me ask you a question.
If they don't make the playoffs, or if they don't, if they're a wild card.
Let me ask you a question, and don't be biased. If Russell Wilson was playing the whole year instead of missing a couple games, do you think he was going to win an MVP?
No, he'd probably get comeback player. MVP, no.
I just wanted to ask. I thought you'd be biased. I ain't gonna lie. I think
comeback player. I'd give him comeback player.
I think comeback player would be Sam Darnold, not Russell Wilson.
No, he's thrown too many interceptions.
Okay, and look how many yards he's thrown. Look, the team is on.
I'm saying if Russell Wilson played the beginning of the year, there's no way he's going to get comeback player unless they go to the AFC Championship or something like that.
Speaking of,
he hasn't played enough. He's lost one game.
He
out
did.
of what, 6?
Yes. Now, speaking of rewards and stuff, my favorite reward is Rookie of the Year, and the reason why I like that is I like watching the rookies play. I have 2 rookies who's on top of my list right now who should get this award, and one is Jaden Daniels, the quarterback from Washington. Can you without looking at the list, do you know who the next one is?
Rookies?
Yeah.
I mean, when you talk rookies, you're talking rookies and
I'm
quarterback standouts. Bo Nix.
There we go. That's
making a strong push.
I was gonna say so. That's 2 on my list is Daniels and Nix. That's the only 2 I can think of right now. That's because Denver's doing hell of a good this year. Really amazing. And then you got Jaden Daniels who's playing phenomenal as well as Washington. Those 2 guys are on top of the list.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, nobody has stood out. because nobody has done. I mean, okay, so Bo Nix had a slower start
He
than
did.
Jaden Daniels, but he's been what? How many has he won in a row now? 4.
Let's go look. Let's look.
And they're tied with Baltimore as far as their record.
They're 8-5. Baltimore's 8-5. And here's the thing. Here's a kicker. We talked about Denver I think it was last week or week before last, and I said they're going to make the playoffs. And you said, no, they're not. And look at the record. They have a good chance of making the playoffs.
Yeah, they do. I mean, like I said, Bo Nix just came out of nowhere. And then Lamar Jackson and Baltimore is falling off. And these guys are gaining momentum.
So they won 3 in a row. They after the Chiefs beat them by 2, they stomped the Falcons, they stomped the Raiders, and they stomped the Browns. They're on a 3-game winning streak right now.
And they almost beat the Chiefs. When you said by 2, I mean, they should have. I mean, the kick was blocked, right?
Yeah. And really, the only team that they actually got beat pretty bad by was the Ravens. That was 41-10. Every other game has been close. I mean, like I said, they put a whoop on the Falcons 38-6, but everything else has been close. Like they're averaging, if you look, they're averaging around 20+ points a game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think Bo Nix is doing phenomenal. I hope he gets it. But like I said, Jaden Daniels, another quarterback that's doing really well in Washington. But his record isn't up par now like Bo Nix's record is. And not to mention, Jaden Daniels did miss a game.
He missed the game, but when you look at it, if they go by stats, which I'm sure they will,
I mean, I'm looking at
Jaden Daniels has been electric because Jaden Daniels is throwing the ball and running, and Bo Nix, he runs, but he's just wowing everybody with his decision making.
And I'm looking,
from the pocket.
I'm looking at him. He's been sacked 19 times. It's not good, but it's not bad. It's better than being Joe Burrow right now. But he's throwing 60% of his passes are been good. He's averaging 200 yards a game. That's really good to be a rookie. And I know this goes back to you when he was like, oh, they don't have film on him this year, but which next year he's not going to be as good. I believe he's going to be better next year.
Well, if they build that team around him, he'll be good.
I think they should. Even Washington's 8-5. I thought Washington was 8-6, but they're 8-5.
Yeah, but you got to give. I think Denver's defense is a little better than Washington.
And I'm looking at Washington. Jaden Daniels, his stats is better. Even the line is better because he sucks for Washington because he's been sacked 29 times. So you got to think that line is not that good, but his stats is pretty good.
No.
He's averaging 200 yards a game too. So, but see what happens. I can't wait.
I bet you can't.
You know what sucks is that the season's almost over with.
I'm kind of glad. This has been a very stressful season.
I can't believe you said that. That breaks my heart. I thought we was better than that.
It's been a stressful season. You know it as well as I do. Think about it. Think about everything that's happening. Justin Tucker missing kicks.
Oh, he should. The ages catch up with him because he would never miss those kicks ever.
I mean, it's a lot going on,
and there's a lot of injuries going on. A lot of teams that's wowing people who we think would not be as good. For example, the Minnesota Vikings. I didn't think they was going to be as good as they are, and I'm a Viking fan.
I thought you were a Green Bay fan.
Don't ever cuss at me again like that, ever. Ever, ever, ever.
Well, that's untrue. That's untrue.
Look, I'm not a Green Bay Packer fan. I would rather be a Lions fan than a Green Bay Packers fan. Matter of fact, no. I would rather be a Browns fan before I even root for the Packers.
Oh my goodness, that's saying a lot.
It is. You know what time it is?
What time is it, Morgan?
It's pick time. It's time for me to regain my winning back.
Huh,
We you know,
come on, light it up. Light it up, then.
we always do this. We missed Thursday night, but we both had the Detroit Lions win. That game was phenomenal. It was good. It was really good. This next pick, though, I'm kind of surprised you picked this team and not the other team. We both got Tennessee. I'm surprised you didn't pick Jacksonville, especially the way Tennessee's been playing.
Have you seen what Will Levis has been doing?
I have, but they got Mac Jones over in Jacksonville. And I think he got something to prove. I'm just saying.
Wait, I don't see that game on my schedule.
Yeah,
Did you skip some teams or what?
No, it's Jacksonville at Tennessee. You picked Tennessee. How am I skip games? You got the same teams I got.
Dude, here's the problem I have with that. I never pick. Well, I do pick some because it's obvious that some teams, yes, will win games. I'll give you that. But why didn't you do the other?
Because Jacksonville's defense sucks.
And call's out for the season, isn't he? Lawrence?
He is. Well, he's on IR. I don't know if he's out for the season. He's going to come back after 3 games.
But why would I put Jacksonville
and
if
plus,
Lawrence is out for the season?
And plus, the way Tennessee played Minnesota, when we played them, Tennessee looked really good.
Yeah. It's a great quarterbacks they got out there.
Yeah, I won't go that far. Next pick, I'm surprised you picked the Jets, but I picked Miami.
No, I didn't pick the Jets, but you might want to put some Visine in your eyes or something.
I try to throw that one in there. No, we both picked Miami. It's gonna be. It's not gonna be a good day for the Jets. I can tell you that.
You don't think Rodgers can make a comeback? He's been talking, getting better.
That has need to be seen, and here's the reason why. You got Devontae Adams, and you still can't win games. Not even a little bit. I think they won
earlier. Remember me saying something about saving it for later?
Yes.
I saw this. I saw there are 4 teams, and your team was one of the teams that Rodgers could go to.
Don't ever say that shit again. Cause you put Daniel Jones on my team, and guess what happened? We got him on a practice squad. Don't wish that luck on me.
I just seen that.
Don't wish that luck on me.
And I'm like, well, they have Daniel Jones already. I mean, they're going to the Super Bowl next year.
Don't put that luck on me. Do not put that luck on me. We don't want him. We don't need him. Y'all might need him, but we don't need him.
Well, I mean, he could be setting up his resume these last few games with the Jets. What if the Jets went out? You don't think he'll be a hot commodity for other teams?
The Jets is not going to win out. They're not going to make the playoffs.
Have you not seen anything about the playoffs?
They're 3-9. 3-9. If they lose tomorrow, they're not making the playoffs. They'll be out of the playoffs.
I know. I'm just saying, if he's setting up his resume and he wins these last games,
they're not going to beat the Bills.
I know
they're not going to beat the Bills.
I know it's a shot in the dark, but I'm just saying.
They got the Bills. So they got to play Jaguars, and they play the Rams, and they play the Bills. That's 2 good teams you're playing against. You're playing the Rams, and you're playing the Bills.
With nothing to lose. When do they play the Bills?
They play the Bills the week of Christmas. Well, I'm talking about the week of New Year's, the 29th.
Okay, so the Bills clinched the playoff, right?
I don't think they're going to sit anybody for this game. I'll tell you that right now. They want to play. They want home field advantage, so they're going to play everybody because they're 10-2. So they got to play everybody to get home field advantage. Because if the Chiefs lose, guess what? Next up is the Bills.
If the Chiefs lose, but if the Chiefs lose to Pittsburgh, we already have the tiebreaker. And we can beat the Bills. We have beat the Bills. Now, we didn't beat them last year.
Here's the thing, though.
We didn't have any quarterback.
Now, with your record 9-3, Buffalo's 10-2. If Buffalo don't lose any more games,
yeah, they can. Snatch up the number 1 seed, of course.
Exactly. So I want y'all to beat the Chiefs because I want Buffalo to get home field advantage.
What are you saying? Are you getting tired of the Swifty Bowl or what?
I am definitely tired of the. Yes, I'm almost cussed. Yes, I'm tired of the. Yes.
She is a pop icon, Morgan.
And here's the thing. Chiefs has three tough games ahead of them after they play the Chargers and Browns. They got the Houston Texans, they got the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they got the Broncos. The Broncos, by the way, almost beat them.
And I do believe that game is in Denver, right?
Yes, it is. So Chiefs might lose 3 back-to-back.
And you think the Chiefs are going to play everybody too because they want number 1 seed?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. For sure.
Well, you better tighten your chin strap, buddy, because these last games of the season are going to determine a lot.
Oh, I already know. Next up, it's the Atlanta Falcons and the Minnesota Vikings. We both picked Minnesota. You know I picked Minnesota, but I'm curious, why did you pick Minnesota and not Kirk Cousins and the Falcons?
I don't know why I did that. To be honest with you, I think now I was going to at first initially just walk with me on this one. I thought Kirk Cousins might have had an edge because he knows their defense, but then again they got Flores, so that whole defense was changed.
Well, he had Flores last year too. Flores was over last year.
But there's something in the air that there's an upset alert.
There is. They're saying that the Falcons is going to upset Minnesota. That's what they're saying. And granted, Cousins is coming back to Minnesota. That this was his second home. Minnesota was his second home, and he's coming back and he's playing. I'm looking for a good game, and we talked about this the other night. Both teams got some injuries going on defense. It's going to be a physical offense versus offensive game. It ain't going to be much of a defense.
So you saying that by saying it's not going to be a high-scoring game, or are you saying that it's going to be a closely won?
It's going to be a close game. It's going to be a real close game. I mean, the Vikings has played really close games all year, but it's going to be the closest game they're going to come to. And it's going to be more than a field goal.
So you're saying anywhere between 3 and 7 points?
I'm going to say anywhere between 5 and 3.
5? Are you predicting a safety or something?
I am.
Missed field goal? Missed extra point?
The way that Aaron Jones played last week, we might end up fumbling the ball or getting the safety back there. So I'm gonna say a safety.
But it's a home game. So you guys have. What is your tight end?
T.J. Hockenson.
I can't call his name.
T.J.
Hockenson has some drops at big time home games.
He has. Aaron Jones had some drops last week too. Aaron Jones was wide open in the end zone and dropped the pass. I don't get it. I was hot. I was heated. I was ready to cuss him out.
Maybe he was nervous.
I was.
Maybe he was nervous.
I was.
Not you. Yeah.
No, I was nervous.
You.
Yeah.
You are. So what are you saying? Well, that didn't change the outcome of the game.
It did not, but it almost did. Almost did. I think that we have a pretty good chance of getting second in our division. I know we're gonna be a wild card team, but I think we got a good chance of being at least a 4 or 3.
You're gonna be a wild card, so you're gonna be on the road the whole playoffs? Is that what you're telling me?
Oh yeah. I mean, with our record, and we have some tough games ahead of us. Yeah. We got the Falcons tomorrow. We got those crybaby Bears next week. And we play.
That's going to be a problem.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're playing in Minnesota, but the problem here is we're playing the Seahawks after the Bears, and we're playing them at the 12th man field.
No, you think the Bears are going to be a problem?
No, that's what I'm saying. The Seahawks is.
Really, Geno Smith?
They're playing in Seattle. It's going to be the fans. It's going to cause us to lose the game.
you guys, before you guys play that game, you're going to have speakers inside of the dome. You're going to be going with no snap counts.
And then we got the Packers.
I mean, they'll be ready.
And then we got the Packers, who I think was going to split because we beat the Packers once. I think they're going to beat us. And then we got those Lions. We're playing them in Detroit, by the way.
So this is not going to be. That's not going to be an easy game. Is what you tell.
Look, after tomorrow and after tomorrow next week, let me take it back. After next week, especially, we're in for the long haul because we have 3 teams who could be in the playoffs. 2 of those teams are winning divisions: Seahawks and Lions. The Packers are 2 games out. The Packers need us to lose, and they need to beat us to get that second place in that division.
Right.
So it's going to be tough. It's going to be an up-here battle.
I won't bother you.
Next up, we have the New Orleans Saints and the Giants. I picked New Orleans. You picked New Orleans. I don't see the Giants winning many games.
Giants will probably tank, is my guess.
If I was the Giants, I would and go get a quarterback, or even sign a quarterback.
Well, they'll get Rodgers next season.
Yeah, you know what? I like that. Or they can get Dak Prescott.
You don't think Dak will be with the boys next year?
No, absolutely not. Especially, look, I haven't put down Dallas yet as bad as I want to, but I'm going to. I was watching an interview with Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders said next year his son's going to be in Dallas with him, and he's going to take Prescott's job. Prescott's going to be cut or traded because someone needs to do it, and he wants to be the one to do it. I believe that's a hint. I think it's a hint of Deion Sanders taking over Mike McCarthy's job, his son coming in and taking Dak Prescott's job, and he's going to trade Prescott or let him go. That's a prediction.
I don't know about that. I mean, I'll go with your. I just don't see that. I don't see Deion coaching the Cowboys.
I don't see it either. I don't think he's going to be a good. If he coaches the NFL, he's not going to be a good NFL coach. He needs to stay in college.
I just don't see it, and I think Shador will be picked way before Dallas, unless they trade up big time.
Who? Oh yeah, I think he's gonna be gone because the Giants needs a quarterback. We've already seen maybe the Browns in the quarterback. We don't know what's going on over there in Cleveland.
Yeah.
We know the Carolina Panthers are looking for another quarterback.
Yeah, I don't think Shador will be around that long that he can get to Dallas for Dallas to pick him.
And the way it's looking, the Jets might,
they'll do a major move up, and I can't see it.
Oh, for sure. I don't see them unless they trade Mike Parsons or CD Lamb, but I don't see it happening.
Yeah, it would have to be something. Devastating.
Oh yeah. I mean, shoot, Cincinnati might need another quarterback. I don't know. Next up is Carolina Panthers and Philadelphia. We both got Philadelphia. I know Carolina's been up down season this year, and they've beat the Giants. They almost beat KC. I don't see them beating Philadelphia, coming close to Philadelphia. I don't think they had the defense to stop Barkley. I don't think they could even stop A.J. Brown.
I think this is where Barkley separates himself from what's his name in Baltimore.
He's already separated himself.
Gonna chew him up.
He's already separated himself from. He's almost at 3,000. Almost at 2,000. What is it? Hold on. Give me time out. I want to say almost 16.
I mean, Henry. I don't think. I mean. But this is a game where he can double his yards.
Barkley's almost at 1,500, almost at 16. He's almost at 15.
And make it hard for Henry.
Well, Henry's...
Because Baltimore isn't using Henry like they should be.
Well, here's the thing about Henry. Henry's just at 1,400. He's at 1,407. Where Barkley's at 14, almost 1,500 yards. So technically, he separated himself last week from the best.
I'm just saying he can do that much more damage. To separate himself from Henry.
I think
And this is the game where he can do
it. And you could correct me if I'm wrong. I think tomorrow, Barkley is going to break the single season game record rushing yards. I think he's going to hit close to 280, 290 rushing yards.
Ooh, didn't he run for like 200 and something against? Oh my God, I can't remember.
You talk about when he did the backwards? Yeah. Well, I think he's going to break that single season game rushing record tomorrow. I want to say I think Adrian Peterson had that record or close to it.
Who?
Adrian Peterson, the greatest running back of all time.
Adrian Johnson.
Shut up.
What's his name?
Adrian Peterson, the best running back to ever live. Next up,
dude, the child abuser. Come on, man.
First of all, his kids shouldn't get out of line. Maybe his kid wouldn't get hit. Shit. Kids need to be getting ass whippings now. Have you seen most of his kids?
Yeah.
They don't get ass beatings.
What's the next game, man? Don't start. Yes, you should not spare the rod. That's in the Bible. But what's the next game, dude?
The next game is Cleveland and Pittsburgh. We both got Pittsburgh. I'm not picking the Browns. We know why I'm not picking the Browns. And I know you got family members who love the Browns. I can't get on the side of
I want to know why you're not picking the Browns. And I have a suspicion as to why you're not picking the Browns. But we do this every week.
First of all, why would I pick the shitty Browns? Okay, they suck.
What are you saying?
They suck.
I guess it's now.
They are terrible.
It is a team like the Bears, where players go to end their careers.
Oh hell yeah!
Good player.
Hell yes. And Nick Chubb needs to get away from that. He needs to leave the Browns as quick as possible. So does Myles Garrett needs to leave as well. But I'm not picking the Browns because they suck. Organization sucks. Coaching staff sucks. Ownership sucks. And they got a sex offender over there. Why would I get on the team that's a sex offender? I'm not doing that.
Kevin Stefanski got Coach of the Year one year. What are you talking about?
He's terrible. He sucks. And he's gonna go against one of the greatest. And I get it. I know they beat the Steelers once already this year. But it was the weather. The weather helped the Browns win.
Pittsburgh plays in the snow. That's not an excuse.
It is an excuse.
Come on.
And they're playing tomorrow.
They just outplayed it.
And they're playing Pittsburgh tomorrow at Pittsburgh. And Mike Tomlin is one of the greatest coaches. And he ain't gonna lose to this sorry team twice.
So Jameis Winston is not going to be a factor tomorrow. Is what you're saying.
His broke down arm is going to throw 4 interceptions.
Well, Highsmith is back, so
5 interceptions.
Yeah, I don't foresee him having a good game.
And I know Cleveland barely won. I know a win's a win, but tomorrow it's going to be a lot different. And look, I'm going to predict the score for tomorrow, okay? And I hope your family.
No, not a ball prediction.
I hope your family's not listening, but they are. I sort of kind of apologize. But tomorrow's prediction, the score is going to be 28-7.
28-7. That's it. I thought it would be higher than that.
And the reason why I got him 7 points is because I think Nick Chubb will run in for a touchdown.
No.
I like Chubb.
Not the same guy.
I like Nick Chubb.
Not the same guy. I don't think so. I think
they got to do something because
Odin dude might score.
Okay. Oh, the tight end?
Or Njoku.
See, I wanted to say that, but with Jameson Winston throwing the ball, yeah, you know what? I take that back. Jameson Winston will get a touchdown. Let me tell you why he'll get a touchdown. Pittsburgh's going to run it back for a pick 6.
Oh, my goodness. That's a possibility.
Oh, that's not a possibility. That is a spoiler.
That's a possibility.
That is
but
a
spoiler. I'm not gonna jump on you because I think the Browns being beat down by one person is enough.
Well, they should be a shitty team.
I'm talking about you.
Look, I would start liking the Browns when they become a good team and let go of that sex offender.
What have the Browns done? Okay.
What have
Let's
they done?
talk about them on paper a few years back.
What have they done?
Let's talk about
They choked.
them on paper
They choked.
this year.
This year, they got a 6 offender. That's what happened. That's why he got hurt.
Well, Pittsburgh was picked to be last in the division.
I knew they wasn't. I thought those would be third. We knew that. I said Baltimore, Cincinnati, and Pittsburgh. And look what happened. It is ass backwards. Cincinnati is dead last.
Cincinnati last. The Browns have a better record than the Bengals.
Yep. I'm sorry, but yeah.
And Garrett, they still have to play the Browns. And Garrett gets after Joe Burrow.
Here's the thing. Burrow's put up good stats.
Good stats.
But I think Zach Taylor should be fired.
What?
I think he should be fired.
You don't think they can build that in the draft and just,
No. He's been there with Joe Burrow for too long, and you only went to one Super Bowl. You need to be gone. Hit the road, Jack.
Okay.
Next up.
Well, Cleveland fans aren't really feeling you right now, so.
I don't care about no Cleveland fans.
Who next, man? What's the next game?
Next game is Las Vegas and Tampa Bay, and I'm trying. This is a head scratcher. Why did you not pick Tampa Bay?
Dude, don't go there with me. You know why I didn't pick Tampa Bay. I don't like Baker Mayfield, and the Raiders haven't been terrible. They play good football against good teams. They lose to shitty teams. They play good football, and I think they can beat Tampa Bay.
You really think Las Vegas can beat Tampa Bay? You really think that?
I do.
At home.
Las Vegas?
You think Tampa Bay's going to lose at home? Tampa Bay needs to win. They got to win to get to the playoffs. There's no way this team's going to lose to that sorry-ass team.
You think the Raiders want to be spoilers? Come on, man.
They're not going to beat Tampa Bay. And I don't like Tampa Bay, but I definitely don't think Las Vegas is going to win. Not even a little bit.
You got that ancient Eric Allen out there, or what's his face? That old wide receiver. He's 30,000 years old.
Mike Evans. First of all, Mike Evans is awesome. He's the best. Okay? Mike Evans.
Oh, he needs to shave that beard.
Mike Evans is going to be a Hall of Famer one day. Don't disrespect Mike Evans like that.
Yeah, okay. Well, anyway, yes, I do believe that the Raiders are going to win. And you will see. And
you are about to lose.
You will apologize to me next week.
I'm not apologizing. I'm not doing that. Las Vegas sucks. Why would I apologize?
When that happens, you will apologize to me next week.
You picking Las Vegas is like me picking the Cowboys. I'm not doing that. I'm not apologizing.
No. Well,
me apologizing.
You said you picked the Browns over Green Bay.
I would, but me apologizing to you is like it's like Deshaun Watson coming clean. No. Me apologize to you is like Deshaun Watson coming clean. Next up, Seattle and Arizona. This could be a good game, by the way. I got Seattle, you got Arizona. It's going to be a really good game because Arizona needs to win this game to stay in the hunt.
I can't believe, Morgan, that you being a stats guy would pick Geno Smith.
They beat Arizona once already.
Over Arizona. Yeah, so what? You think they're going to sweep Arizona?
And Geno Smith, Geno Smith is doing really well this year. He's number 4 in the passing as a passing leader. He's doing really well.
You need help, buddy.
What I don't like Geno Smith, but I like the way he plays.
What are you saying? They rally around Geno Smith, his players.
And by the way, Arizona let Geno Smith throw for 254 yards with a 70% passing
not going to happen, dude.
I'm just stating facts.
Not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
I'm not saying. Look,
and you don't think Arizona is scraping and scratching to get into the playoffs too?
Arizona needs to win. Arizona needs to win this, so they can stay in the hunt. But Seattle needs to win this so they can also win that division. Because if they lose,
it sounds like you're discrediting Kyler Murray, man.
I mean, he can't see the line. He's like 4 foot. I'm just saying. He's an elf playing in the.
Did you not say last week that Kyler Murray was playing good football?
He is, but he can't see that line. I'm just saying facts here. He's playing.
Most of the time, he gets out of the pocket.
You know why he has got a pocket? Because he can't see the line.
Out quarterback.
He can't sing out. He can't see that line. He is 4'11", maybe 4 foot, playing against 7 foot top people. That's Davidson and Goliath right there.
What are you saying? This is the reason why Geno Smith is going to outplay Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
Again, another apology you're going to owe me.
I'm not apologizing. Hold on, if I haven't apologized to the fans, why would I apologize to you?
I'm going to beat you.
And I like you. I don't like the fans, but I like you.
I'm going to beat you.
We're going to look at this real quick. We're going to look at these stats real quick for Kyler Murray. The last time we played against Seattle. Last time we played against
Seattle. What does that have to do about this game? Nothing.
Last time we played against
a new game.
Last time we played against Seattle, he didn't score a touchdown. He threw an interception, but didn't score a touchdown.
Are you saying Kyler Murray is washed up?
No, I'm just saying that Seattle wants to win more.
Are you saying Kyler Murray doesn't have what it takes to beat Geno Smith?
I'm just saying Kyler Murray don't have what it takes at all to win.
Has been Geno Smith?
Look, Kyler Murray don't have what it takes to win big games. They should have won last week against the Minnesota Vikings. Look what happened. They did not win.
But they had you fearing for a loss.
That's besides the point, Holder. That's besides the point. We're going to move on. Next up, I'm surprised you picked Buffalo. But it's Buffalo the Rams. I picked Buffalo. Why didn't you not go against Buffalo and pick the Rams?
I wanted to pick the Rams. I truly wanted to pick the Rams.
It's not too late.
And again, I wanted to beat you and not give you an upper hand on a game that is pretty obvious that could be won by the Buffalo Bills.
I mean, they are playing in Los Angeles. They're playing, at SoFi Field.
You know what? Los Angeles fans have not been packing the stadium and supporting the team like they should be. Other teams come in and their fans take over that stadium.
You know what puzzles me the most is this other pick. And I'm surprised your wife didn't smack the shit out of you when you picked this team. You picked the 49ers over. You picked the 49ers over the Bears?
Yeah.
I picked Chicago, and I don't do that. But CMC is out.
I support my wife by watching the game with her. I don't pick and choose the Bears because that organization is falling apart. I had to go against my thought. It took me about 10 minutes to pick who I want to pick. CMC was hurt. The 49ers, they on the Caleb Williams bandwagon.
No. I want to beat you. That's why I picked the Bears because, again, 49ers has some injuries. The Bears is losing close games. The Bears don't have...
picked a division rival.
Yeah. Against a hurt 49ers team. I want to beat you. So, for me to beat you, I had to pick somebody to beat you.
You think the Bears are talented enough to stop Kittle? And Purdy?
Purdy hasn't played
worse. CMC not playing.
Sorry if I'm about to say, but Purdy hasn't been playing like nothing. He's been playing shitty all year. Shitty.
Oh my goodness, Morgan.
I'm just saying facts. I can look at stats and show you he's been playing like shit. That's why this team is dead last in that division.
Let me tell you something.
If he was playing good, they wouldn't be dead last, especially to a Geno Smith.
They're not they will beat the Bears. Why did you? You know,
Because I want to beat
your
you.
wife should have shot you in the ass with Salt Rock. Okay. Why would you make that pick?
I want to beat you this week, and I think the Bears will beat the 49ers. I'm going to pick the score for you. I'm going to tell you right now what the score is going to be. Ready for the score?
You know, you're doing too much. Give it to me.
28-14, the Bears.
Ah. Okay. Can I give you a score? Can I give
Go
you a
for it.
score?
Go for it.
28-14 Niners.
So you're doing the same score, but only the Niners. Okay. This next one has me puzzled because I'm kind of curious of why you picked the Chargers over the Kansas City Chiefs.
You don't know why. You picked the Chiefs, I assume.
I did pick the Chiefs. Again, I want to beat you.
Why would you do that?
Because I don't
over
think...
a team. Now, you're saying Justin Herbert hasn't been hot? Is that what you're telling me?
I'm telling you this.
Are you telling me the Raiders are better than the Chargers?
No. But I'm telling you this. I don't think the Chargers could stop. And I hate to say this. Because I don't like them. But I don't think they can stop Taylor Swift's husband. What's his name? Kelce. Travis Kelce. I don't think they can stop him. I don't think
you didn't say husband.
Look, married or not, that's her husband. I don't care. She goes to get support him. That's her. Look, they're married.
I'm not feeling Kansas City this week just because.
And granted,
the Chargers are better than the Raiders.
Chargers has to win. Chargers has to win and stay alive in the playoffs. Kansas City has to win to maintain that number one spot in the AFC.
Well, you know, I work with a Kansas City fan, and they weren't so sure.
Look, my 10-year-old Alexander, he's a Kansas City Chiefs fan. Okay, I have to rock with him this week. Now, next week might be different.
We're a bad father.
I'm just saying.
He is going to lose so much respect for you because you didn't stand your ground.
And, not to mention, the Chargers got some questionable people that's hurt over there.
Did you know that Travis Kelce's watch was stolen?
Doesn't surprise me none. Taylor Swift to give him another one. Holder, this next game.
Well, they found it. It was in Providence, Rhode Island.
Oh, yeah. Well, he probably sold it to a pawn shop guy, and yeah, maybe it's why Taylor Swift knows where his games are going to be, and it's why she's there.
I'm going to get you a Swiftie jersey.
You better not get me a Swiftie jersey. I would rather wear a Green Bay or Pittsburgh T-shirt over a Swiftie jersey.
I'm going to get you a Swiftie jersey.
Matter of fact, no, you better not. Matter of fact, I'm not. I hate the Browns. I hate Dallas, but I would wear a Browns or a Dallas jersey over a Swiftie jersey.
What are you saying? I mean, come on, man.
You better not. Holder, that's going to be the worst money you spend. I would set that shit on fire on a live broadcast and make you watch.
Okay.
Your odds are bad, because I'm going to get her a Minnesota Viking t-shirt.
Oh, good luck with that.
Matter of fact, didn't you say she would wear it?
No, I did not.
I got a text message. I can show you.
I did not.
Are you sure?
So save your money. Because she'll send the ashes back to you.
So does she support you like you support her? Does she?
He does watch Steelers games.
Does she go for the Steelers?
He talks a lot of crap too.
So should I buy her a Pittsburgh hat or a Bears hat?
Look, why don't we just leave it at this? She hates everybody in the division. Where you would be, and shockingly, she was going with the Lions to beat Green Bay this week.
That's surprising.
Really.
So should I?
She would pick either team.
So if I ever come and visit you, I could wear a Minnesota t-shirt and I'll be okay then, right?
Yeah, you can wear it. Not saying that you won't leave with bruises or anything, but you can wear it in. You just won't come out of the house the same way you came in.
The last game, and this has me puzzled because I didn't think you ever picked this team, but we both got Cincinnati over Dallas. I'm kind of curious, why'd you pick Cincinnati?
Do you really think Dallas? Well, let's be obvious. Burrow has been putting up, 30-plus points?
Yeah, I mean, he's number 3.
Dallas' defense is horrific.
I mean, Joe Burrow's leading the NFL in passing yards.
Dallas' defense is horrific unless Parsons can get to him and disrupt him a lot.
I mean, Joe Burrow's been sacked multiple times, like a lot of times in his career. And I think Cincinnati should got him some good linemen. But, hear me out when I tell you this. I picked Cincinnati because I think Cincinnati's going to run wild against Dallas. Both teams here, by the way, don't have the greatest running game. But both of them got some good receivers of CeeDee Lamb can play. All right? But I think Dallas' defense is a little bit better than Bengals if Michael Parsons can play his ass off. But hear me out when I tell you this.
Listen, dude. Go ahead.
I think Joe Burrow...
I'm interested.
I think Joe Burrow is 10 times better than Cooper Rush.
Absolutely. Now,
that's why I picked Cincinnati.
Diggs hasn't been playing his best football.
I think Diggs wants out.
And it's not just Jamar Chase, there's also T. Higgins.
Oh, Higgins is going to be look, Higgins has been hurt a little bit off and on here and there this year, and I can't say that's the reason why they're losing. No. But Higgins is going to be yes. Him and Jamar Chase is amazing, phenomenal. But Chase will get his, Higgins will get his. On the other hand, I think defense wins it all if, like you said, Dallas can stop Joe Burrow. I just don't think they can have it in them.
They can disrupt Joe Burrow, but see, that's the thing, Morgan. I mean, you can't stop. Dallas can't stop either of those two wide receivers.
Oh, no, for sure. For sure they can't. They can stop one.
Either of them. Even though they don't have the run. Now, this guy, Brown, I think his name is Brown, the running back, he isn't too shabby. But overall, I think I don't.
Look, if I was Cincinnati,
we know that Cincinnati has a terrible defense too, and they gave up 44 points.
The defense isn't too great. The offensive line isn't too great, but for some odd reason, they can come out and still win this game because you have two great receivers.
Well, let me ask you this. Didn't you say Burrow has been sacked the most this year?
Oh, absolutely. He was sacked the most last year.
So, I mean, like I said, is DeMarcus Lawrence back? I think he's back, right?
I think he's back. I think he's actually coming back for this game.
You got him and Parsons. It's going to be a tough one, but I still think Cincinnati can finish the game.
Yeah. Cincinnati's been losing. Cincinnati's lost some close games, but yeah. And Dallas isn't too good at home, by the way. They only won, one home game?
Well, and that was my thing. Do you think Dallas can put up 30 points?
No, I think Dallas can only put up like 20 points, maybe a little over 20. I don't think they put up 30 points this year. I'll have to go back and look, but I don't think they put up 30 points.
That's what Cincinnati's averaging, right?
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, no disrespect to Cowboys fans on my behalf.
Fuck the Cowboys fans. Know. Cowboys fans can go cry or river and drink some wine with that. So
you're saying they're not going to have a guy named Dak Prescott next year?
Oh, hands down, he's going to be gone. He's going to be gone. I think Mark McCarthy's going to be gone. Prescott's going to be gone. Maybe Michael Parsons. Maybe Michael Parsons. I think Parsons is going to go to the Lions. There was some saying going around before the deadline that Parsons was going to go to the Lions or Max Crosby. One of them was going to the Lions next year. Just
You
saying.
think so? I haven't heard that, but okay. I have not
Oh
heard
yeah,
that.
there was some talks. Michael Parsons was on his way out to be a Lion. Same thing with Max Crosby. I don't know what the Lions offered.
Out there, they'll still pull the trigger on one of those two guys.
Yeah, because you got it. Aiden Hutchinson on one side and Michael Parsons or Max Crosby on the other side. Come on. It's gonna be deadly.
If that's the case, is that a hands down Super Bowl team next year?
I hate to say it, but yeah. Especially hands down.
Even you being a Vikings fan.
Hands down. They would be, yes, Super Bowl caliber team.
Caliber. But will they be in the Super Bowl?
Oh, hands down, for sure. Again, they'll be a Super Bowl caliber team. And they might not even lose a game.
I believe that, yes. But you Vikings fan, a true blue Vikings fan, to the heart.
Because, look, you got two great pass rushers over there who I can't say the Vikings are going to win. I can't say that because our defense, we might not have a good defensive coach next year. Brian Flores might leave and get a head coaching job. But if he doesn't, the Lions will give the Vikings will give the Lions a run for the money next year if push comes to Max Crosby or Michael Parsons went to the Lions. Because Brian Flores is a hell of a coach on defense.
So if the Vikings go to NFC Championship, lose, Flores is still going to leave.
Yeah, I think Flores is. Look, I think Flores has what it takes to be a head coach. I think he's going to leave and become a head coach. I don't want him to leave, but he's going to.
Well, that being said, you better enjoy him this season.
I think Jacksonville can get him. I think the Giants can. I'm not going to say Giants because Giants could have had him, but some wishy-washy stuff happened there. But I think Jacksonville will get him. I think he will go back to Florida and be in Jacksonville. Maybe Cincinnati.
Oh.
Just saying.
Cincinnati. I don't.
I mean, the Bears right now. The Bears need a head coach. The Giants need the Jets need a head coach. So he might end up in one of those three teams in Jacksonville, the Jets, or And I said Cincinnati to be funny, but really the Bears, Jacksonville,
or the Jets. Could be the Raiders.
It could be. It could be one of those.
He's got options.
It could be one of those. See what happens though.
Yeah.
So happens. With that being said, Holder, you got anything you want to add to what we talked about tonight?
Other than your apology for the Raiders game,
I'm not apologizing. Again, if I don't apologize to the fans, if I don't apologize to fans, why would I apologize to you?
Just being realistic.
Why would I apologize to you? I don't apologize to fans. I like you. I like the fans.
Even the Chargers game. You know, you think Kansas City can beat the Chargers.
Yep.
After I have faith in Herbert.
Well, KC gets one of the greatest quarterbacks, and that's Patrick Mahomes. So
can't take that away from him. But okay, I mean that's you asked me if I had anything to add.
I know.
Those are my additions. Take them or leave them.
Fans, subscribers, I want y'all to get involved. I want y'all to let us know who your thoughts is of Rookie of the Year, MVP, your take on the coaching hot seats, your take on who's going to make the playoffs, who's going to win the Super Bowl. If you believe that Zach Taylor should be fired, let us know.
Zach Taylor.
I think he's on a hot seat for the Bengals. I really do. I think he's on a hot seat.
Could be. So,
well, it's been a fun week. It's been a fun segment. Hopefully next week we'll come on with better things, better than this week, better than last week. Maybe we might even have a special guest. Hopefully, Can't you know?
I would like to have Coach on the show next week. There were some things that were questionable last week.
Oh, I know.
About some of his
speaking of Coach, by the way, I think what happened was he broke his foot. So I wonder, like maybe the pain meds got to him. That's why he picked some of those teams last week.
Yeah, he could have been out of his mind. You're right. That's a possibility.
I mean, I haven't asked him.
So we'll blame that on medication.
I haven't asked him, but you know that's the way I'm thinking. But yeah, maybe we can have Coach V and his brother back on the show. I'm gonna reach back out to him and see his work schedule. Other than that,
I don't know. You think Maury is? I mean,
he might come back even if
you think Maury would be in a
better mood?
Talking.
I think he was sad that the Bengals are losing this year, so he might be in a better mood.
I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see.
I guess so. I like to have other people. So please, if you want to be a guest on the show, reach out. Let us know. We'll put you on the show. We'll talk. I think it's fun having a guest. With that being
I had a good time.
With that being said, it's been a fun segment. Season's almost over with. I can't say enough. If you want to subscribe, YouTube channel is Third Down with Morgan Holder. It's 3RD Down with Morgan Holder. Hit that subscribe button. Tell us your thoughts, your opinions. With that being said, don't let fourth down get you.
And I'm going to say, you guys keep tuning in and listening, and I'm dying to hear what everybody else has to say about anything that we tend to believe is a true opinion or is a bunch of BS. Let us know. Let's talk about it. Let's chop it up. Other than that, hey, happy holidays to everybody, and stay penalty free.